Now to the case against the man accused of killing Charlie Kirk and a critical legal step. Utah prosecutors aim to convince a judge there is enough evidence to move forward with a murder trial against Tyler Robinson. He has not yet entered a plea. Kirk, as you know, was shot and killed during a rally at Utah Valley University back in September. Carter Evans was in court for the start of this 5-day preliminary hearing.
Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica, arrived at the preliminary hearing flanked by security. In court, she sat behind Tyler Robinson, the man accused of assassinating her husband at a Utah Valley University rally last September. Stop! On Monday, prosecutors began presenting their case against Robinson to prove they have enough evidence to move forward with a murder trial. Kirk's family looked uncomfortable at times and left the courtroom during emotional moments. As attorneys on both sides argued over admissibility of graphic footage, the judge visibly winced while watching one of the videos.
Mr. Grunander, your witness.
First on the stand, former university police officer Christopher Bagley.
What did you see and what did you hear?
I heard an individual talking to Charlie, and I happened to kind of glance over the edge of the railing about that time. And then I heard a shot fired.
Bagley said he believed the shot came from the rooftop of a nearby building. Robinson turned himself in the day after the killing. Prosecutors say they have his DNA on the rifle used in the shooting, along with his messages allegedly confessing to the murder. For CBS Mornings, I'm Carter Evans in Provo, Utah.
CBS News legal analyst Caroline Polisi joins us now to break it all down. Good morning. So tell us more about this preliminary hearing and why it's so unique.
Yeah, this is not a trial. I mean, it is being dubbed as a mini trial, but it's sort of a unique feature of Utah law. What we're essentially seeing is like a grand jury process where you get to that probable cause to move forward with a trial. So all the prosecutors need to do here is show that there's enough probable cause to move on to an actual trial.
Okay.
We all just get to see it, the benefit of seeing it because of Utah law. And so what I'm watching for really is we're getting just the beginning of the glimpses of the defense's potential arguments here. They're pushing back on the authentication of the evidence. They won a motion yesterday to keep out this video compilation of the day of the shooting because they said it was altered. They said it gave the impression that it was one person. So there's a clue there. She questioned Catherine Nestor, the lead defense attorney. She questioned one of the law enforcement officers about a gun holster that was left at the scene. She questioned just the overall security, trying to point out how it was sort of lax. So you can see where they're going,
Right.
which I find interesting.
But there is a mountain of evidence against Tyler Robinson. I mean, he also turned himself in the next day. Carter Evans talked about the DNA evidence on the gun. And, of course, all those videos, as you mentioned, that compilation. I mean, it was recorded by many people who were there live at that event. So that creates a pretty hard foundation to go against, right?
Absolutely. The evidence is overwhelming. And I think what we will see, remember, this is 5 days, but some of the most compelling evidence does come from his roommate / romantic partner, Lance Twiggs. We supposedly are going to hear a recorded audio of Lance Twiggs getting in all of those text messages. Remember, we essentially have a confession through those text messages.
Right.
There was a letter left underneath his computer. Interestingly, the defense won't get to cross Lance Twiggs, which they were upset about. But the judge said at this point, you can let in hearsay evidence. No question in my mind, they will meet the probable cause standard.
Yeah.
As you noted, this will move to a trial. This is just the beginning.
I can't imagine, though, what it's like for Erica Kirk to sit in a courtroom and see the man who many people saw on video kill your husband. What do you make of her attendance, and what effect, if any, will that have?
Look, this is a really difficult case to watch. You saw the judge even flinch there when watching the video recorded images of what happened. You also have Tyler Robinson's parents were in attendance as well in a closed courtroom. Now, there's no jury here during this proceeding, but that has an effect on jurors, right? When you see the victim's parents and wife in attendance every day, I mean, it's gut-wrenching. So that will have an effect.
All right.
No doubt.
More to come. Thank you very much, Caroline.